Yeah. He had planned to meet her here. Yes, sir.
So that's a problem.
Okay, so recently JiDion has had a few issues. If you're unfamiliar with what content JiDion's involved in making now, he makes the predator catching content. See, and he is in the second camp of predator catching content, as I like to say, right? I like to have a distinguishment between the predator catching content. There's a clear distinguishment, there's a clear difference. A lot of the predator catching content that goes viral on TikTok and Twitter, for example, the clips, are predator catchers that go there and beat the living shit out of the predators. Some of those people think they're masked vigilantes like Batman going out and beating up these predators doing good, but the issue is it can affect the case and investigation, unfortunately. JiDion is the opposite, right? As probably much as he'd like to, he doesn't go around beating them up like Batman. But recently, JiDion has had a few issues with his predator catching, which in today's video we're going to be diving into a few of those. So it seems like apparently JiDion might be getting sued by one of the predators that he caught. Anyways, that isn't even the main topic of today's video, that's just a post that JiDion recently made, and it's what I actually saw originally to see that JiDion was, posting stuff about some issues that he was currently facing. The actual thing we're going to be talking about in this video is to do with this Instagram story that JiDion recently uploaded. I almost got arrested for catching a registered offender, and the police sergeant refused to take a case report, get my ID, or even take a written statement. I then went to the police station to file a report, and he refused again and threatened to arrest, and he pushed me out of the police station, all live on my YouTube. I'm so hurt and pissed that this offender had a 14-year-old victim and came for a 13-year-old one today. An Albany Police Department in Oregon and St. Curtis Bell refused to do anything about it, not even write an incident report. Only reason why he was arrested, in the sergeant's own words, is if he didn't have an arrest warrant, we would not have arrested him or came out. Followed it up with just got off the phone with captain of the police department. They'll be charging the registered offender with online solicitation. Hopefully I get a sorry as well, but a win is a win, so I'm happy. That makes 3 arrests in Oregon in 24 hours. Let's go. Now this actually made it to the news, and JiDion posted this to his Instagram. Albany police captain downplays EDP watch work on the news. Registered offender is still not charged with trying to meet a 13-year-old girl.
They showed up unannounced and sprung this on us. That's one of the concerns that we have had in the past when we've assisted with other groups.
I'm not going to play the full news clip for copyright and other reasons, but I think it goes without saying that these situations are incredibly delicate and need to be planned out thoroughly. But I do understand JiDion's frustration with all of this. But JiDion also released some footage of a live stream that he did where, he got kicked out of this police station.
Can I please get a case number for the case?
I told you out there, the way that this goes is you submit your complete investigation through our You cannot, okay?
Okay, I think maybe the lag and the, connection is making it a little bit hard to understand what's actually going on in this clip.
On a Friday at 11 a.m. with 0 notice. You called at 11:01 and you contacted the guy at 11:02.
Listen, officer, I would understand that if
This is my card.
20 minutes all around over in Kaiser, we got 2 arrests last night.
Great.
That's an even smaller police department than y'all.
Then this is our decision, okay? This is the decision that we made as a department and in cooperation with our district attorney's office, okay?
So are you guys going to take the evidence? Are you guys going to charge him for what he did today?
Once you submit the case, that will be evaluated, yes.
I mean, at the end of the day, JiDion is pretty limited with what he can do. Yes, he can set up this said catch, he can hand it off all to the police, they can arrest the predator that he's caught, but then it's down to them what they do, how they do it, what they charge him with, how they process him, all of that stuff. JiDion doesn't have a say there. So I do genuinely understand the frustration, especially when JiDion is dealing with people that are admitting things like this.
Young as infants on his phone. And he gave me permission to have his phone to quote unquote, take out that stuff on his phone. And when I tell you this man had so much, it's ridiculous. He confessed and said he probably has over 5,000 images and videos on his phone.
It's completely and utterly disgusting, and you can understand why JiDion is so incredibly frustrated in a situation like this. But ultimately, at the end of the day, JiDion is limited with what he does past when it's given to the police.
But how can I submit it to a case when there's not a case number? There's no case number.
Right, there's an online report submission process.
This is the first police station I've ever seen that works like this. It's always, here, let's get your name, tell us what happened. You guys didn't make an on-scene report. You guys didn't ask me anything. You literally told me to my face that the only reason why you guys arrested him is because he has an arrest warrant.
That's the only reason we responded, because our dispatch told you that we were not going to come.
So you don't care that a registered sex offender came to meet a 13-year-old?
Those are your words. Those are your words.
Again, the limitations are really showing. They can have this backwards and forwards, but regardless of what JiDion says here, it lands ultimately with the police.
How is it my officer? Okay,
Because
you know what, let me calm myself down.
You are saying that we don't care. We do care. But when you roll into town, you're from Texas, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when you roll into Albany, Oregon, and you bring in a suspect from not even our community to our local Walmart, and you create the scene that you did inside Walmart, that creates a lot of problems for us.
Officer, there was not a single scene. No one in that Walmart knew what was going on until all you guys came in.
I think this is one of the reasons why predator catching on YouTube or just on the internet is pretty divisive, right? Of course, you've got your vigilantes that are just beating up predators and they're kind of just letting them go. But then as well, it's the sensitivity. How you set these predator catching up. Making sure that it goes off without a hitch. Making sure that you've got all the evidence that's needed. Making sure that, you know, it goes well and smoothly so the police, when they do take over, have everything that they need. And then just on top of that, any issue can occur like this one. Issues are genuinely just going to occur with predator catching like this. That's the unfortunate reality of all of this, and this is why it's a pretty divisive thing online. A lot of people say that people like JiDion and other influencers that do this should leave it to the authorities, and I'm genuinely wondering what all of you think, so please feel free to comment down below.
Everything was calm.
You told me that you don't think about what ifs. We have to.
But, you know, okay, the what ifs is gone. The guy's arrested.
You have my card, you have the captain's card.
Can I please get a case number? Can I please give you a police report about what happened?
I mean, yeah, that goes without saying, the police do have to think about the what ifs, the things that could possibly happen in that situation, because they've got to try and prevent that from happening in the first place. They do have to prepare and think like that. JiDion then recently went live to talk about this. Police tried to arrest me for catching a pred, corrupt DA, let pred go. And you know, this is pretty self-explanatory from what the title says.
His phone. This is what he confessed to me on camera, and he confessed this to the police after he was Mirandized, right? As you guys can see right here, he was caught on March 23rd. Not even 24 hours later, they let him go. Look at this. When it says no file, that means that the DA is not pressing charges on that. So they're not filing for charges on that. So the DA decided not to file charges on him coming to meet a cupcake. So they said no file. This is what the Marion County, Oregon's DA decided.
And again, what is JiDion meant to do in this situation? He is pretty limited with what he can do. He doesn't have the resources that the police does. He can only try to make a change here. And really silly as well, JiDion got a bit of pushback from a content creator known as August the Dunk, and he actually did a 25-minute response to this. So, you know, it seems like he's got stuff coming in from all sides.
Basically, the thing that he critiques about me in this video is the thing that you would just least believe. Like, you would think out of all the things you can critique about my pred catches, the thing that he actually goes in and harps about is like, what?
So yeah, a lot is going on with JiDion, but everybody watching, please feel free to comment down below your thoughts, and once you're done there, you might as well smash the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a future upload. But I've been your host Samuel, and I will catch you in the next YouTube video.